Vijay, we talk so much about crossover, about our cinema crossing over, but don't you believe that the true, really mammoth crossover that's happened is the integration, the beautiful amalgamation of the South cinema coming into the North and vice versa. That has been the most majestic crossover. I think beginning from Bahubali in 2013, the fact that Tamil cinema, Telugu cinema, Malayalam cinema, Kannada cinema is now being watched, viewed, whether on streaming services or in cinema halls, all of North India consuming South Indian content, admiring it, applauding it, accepting it, and doing the numbers has been truly the biggest crossover. Don't you agree?
I think cinema, when we talk about cinema, is a soft power. That is one thing it does. It makes us aware of other people, how they live, their cultures. I don't think 10 years ago we would have all met and had chats like this and shared panels. Now we share such a close relationship with actors, producers, directors from Bombay and actors from Hyderabad and further down south in Chennai. We all know each other so much more closely. I think the audience now, these days when I go to Kashmir, when I was shooting there, when I'm shooting in Mussoorie, everywhere people know of you, and the only reason they know of you and about the South, for example, is because of cinema and no other reasons. Now it's about how do we make the world know us more, be sensitive to us more, love our culture more, love our food more, love our songs more. Is how we did this is by increasing distribution. You in a way increased South's distribution to Hindi by helping Bahubali, and that opened doors. Now how do we set up something that increases distribution of Indian cinema to Europe and to the West and around the world, so they know more and more about us? Because growing up, I feel I knew more about the USA. I could tell you 10 cities from America. I can't tell you one city other than Dhaka from Bangladesh. Why do I know so much about the US even though none of my family has ever been there? Was because of cinema. You've seen so much of Hollywood cinema that you felt like you knew them, you knew more about them and you wanted to go there. And when I went to America, I realized that they didn't know much about, I had to tell them I'm from, they knew India, but they know Bombay, Delhi, and I'm like, I'm from the South. It's a part called Hyderabad, and I realized, I always wondered, are they ignorant? Why do I know more about them than they know about me? And I realized that it was their cinema. I've been watching it since childhood, and they haven't watched it as much of it. So I think if we increase the penetration of cinema, it's the easiest, it's the biggest advertisement for a country, its culture and its people. It's the biggest marketing tool. So you attract them to your culture and your customs and your country through cinema. So increasing distribution will play a big role.